Merry Christmas, everyone!
Merry Christmas!
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 Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Well, the tradition in my house is that the first thing I put out in the way of decorations is my nativity, which I made. It's ceramic and it's very, very special to me. The other tradition is that for Christmas Eve I go to Paul and Virginia, my children, and everybody writes a love letter to everyone who is there. And part of the celebration is to read our love letters. It's very sweet.
One of our family traditions is cutting Christmas trees.
One tradition we have here at the Helmick's home is we invite our moms and dads to come over for breakfast, the grandma and grandpa on both sides, and we have a big feast and they get to see all the things that Santa's brought to us.
One of our family's favorite traditions is called the Snowman Party, and we do it every year. And Jack, yeah, we're going to have the Snowman Party this year. Jackson's going to tell us about it. Stand up, Jack.
This is the snowman my grandpa built. Each time we make it through one of the holes, we get to go over and choose a prize from the prize basket.
So you throw bean bags through the hole, don't you? Yeah.
This is me throwing a beanbag. Each kid at least gets to go through 10 times. After we make it through one of the holes, we get to go over to this big prize basket my grandma has for us and pick out a prize. One of my favorite prizes I got last year was a pink mini flat iron. This is a picture of the snowman cake my grandma makes for us. It's very delicious. We have it with hot fudge and all the toppings.
At the end, then it's the adult's turn for fun, and he gets a huge wad of $5 bills, and if you throw it through the top hole, you get $10, and if you throw it through one of the bottom ones, you get $5. And so all of the adults line up, and we play till the money's gone, and we always get the most money, yeah.
One of the handsome traditions that we've taken on is the week before Christmas when everything's so busy, we take a night off and we order in. We usually get sushi and we watch a Christmas movie and just relax.
Merry Christmas! Our tradition at the May family is we put up lots of lights for Christmas. The lights is something we started a long time ago because everybody drives by it, puts a smile on your face, reminds you of the season of what it is we celebrate this time of the year, the Christ birth. It's also something that lights the way for the Christ child to come in to your life. It's very symbolic of that. This is something we enjoy doing as a family and have for a long time. This is why we love the light.
For all the big events of the year, we meet at the clubhouse in my condominium because it's nice and big. And we just have our Thanksgiving dinner there and our Christmas dinner there. We don't have a Christmas tree because my son won't carry my Christmas tree over to the clubhouse for me like I'd like him to.
Merry Christmas!
In the Gassaway family, one of the things that we like to do is have cinnamon rolls that Stephanie's mom's made for a long time. That's one of our favorite things to have.
We also like to make gingerbread houses.
On Christmas morning, We get our favorite little box of cereal in our stockings.
Every Christmas we have a Christmas movie marathon.
Every Christmas we do Secret Santas.
And we always go to see the lights on Temple Square.
There's Matt, and 3 traditions that we do. One is we go out and pick a tree, a real tree, and we just got it yesterday. It makes our house smell really, really good. And we also make some special Christmas tree orange rolls on Christmas morning, and we make a gingerbread house. The kids loved that last year. One of our traditions that we do is we gather our family together and we go down to Temple Square and see the Christmas lights of the family.
One of the Swain's many, many Christmas traditions is we always would go to my aunt's house, and at the end of the night for Christmas Eve, at the end of the night, we all knew that Santa couldn't go to everybody's house for Christmas. So at the end of the night, we would hear the doorbell ring, and we would go to the door, and there would be a big green velvet bag filled with presents. And that was the little elf who brought the bag. The little elf was a little elf that was in training. He was working with Santa Claus. And the little elf would decorate the gifts and wrap them and put our names on them. Because he was little and he didn't know how to do it right, he would always spell the names wrong. So all the children in the home had to get together and figure out whose presents was whose. And that's what we did for our Christmas Eve.
One of my family traditions is every person gets a handmade stocking when you're first in the family. That happens when I was born, and when I married Kia, we made it. When Ashlyn's going to be born, she'll get one too for her Christmas.
Every year on Christmas Eve, we have a fondue party with our cousins and eat lots of yummy food.
Every year, my favorite tradition has been these two have talked to Santa Claus, and him and his elves drop off pajamas for us every year, and they doorbell ditch us, and they have pajamas for us at Christmas Eve.
Happy New Year.
One of our family traditions at Christmas time is to hang up on our tree a new family picture ornament from each year. So here's a few of them.
Here's the first one, where it all began.
Here's the second one.
One of our family traditions are these stockings behind us. Bob's mother, who is 85, she just turned 85. And these are really old now, that's why they kind of don't look so hot, but she knitted all these stockings and knitted one for all of the grandchildren, her grandchildren. And so we just put them up every year, even though the kids don't live at home anymore.
Every year we help our parents wrap all our Christmas books.
And then each night leading up to Christmas, we unwrap one together as a family and read it.
In our family, one of our favorite Christmas traditions involves Christmas books and stories. Each night we read a different Christmas story that we have collected over the years. Mark and I have been collecting them since the year we got married, and we get a new one each year. One of my favorite books is Dear Santa Claus.
I like Polar Express and The Christmas Miracle of Jonathan Toomey.
I like the Christmas Oranges. It's a good book. I like My Penguin Osbert. I like Longest Christmas List Ever.
And I like The Legend of the Candy Cane.
Our family Christmas tradition has been inviting the whole family there. We feed up to 32 in my lawn, where I put my tables long ways down through the front room, dining room, and family room. And then we all hold hands and have our prayer, and then before anyone leaves the table, we all have to say a nice thing about each person in the room.
So one of our favorite Christmas traditions is to have a talent show on Christmas Eve, just to represent the gift that we're giving to the Savior.
I'm gonna play the piano. My talent is building Legos. My talent is drawing.
Esther's talent is dancing.
One of our favorite Christmas traditions and memories as a family is our light seeing trips. which was passed down from when I was young. We hop in the car, crank up the heat, turn on the Christmas music, and we go buy us a cup of hot cocoa, and we drive all over Bountiful and Centerville and look at the Christmas lights and decorations.
Dad wakes up at like 4 in the morning, and my mom says to go back to bed, and then we finally wake up,
open up Christmas
presents, and then go to our Grandma and Grandpa's Blake's house to eat breakfast.
And every Christmas Eve we like to reenact the nativity scene.
And my favorite thing is Crystal's chocolate-covered Oreos. I can put down a lot of calories of Oreos at Christmas time.
Our Christmas tradition is always decorating the table and the house as best as I can, and so we get the finest china, tablecloths, have a great Christmas meal, and then we gather around and have the Christmas story.
And then sometime during the evening, Santa Claus miraculously appears. We don't ever see him. He sneaks up on our front porch and always leaves a package for everyone that contains a pair of pajamas for the coming year.
The stockings are hung by the chimney with care, and we're all hoping for a lot of good gifts and to fill up the stockings. But who deserves more gifts than anybody is Jesus, and this is his stocking in our home. At Family Home Evening, we all put our gifts to Jesus on a slip of paper, and throughout the year, we give them to him. Then we put them into the white stocking and try to live that all year long.
My tradition is sewing pajamas and clothes for my grandkids, and I've done it since the first one was a year. He's now 19.
All right, we'll be singing Lalelu. It's a favorite German lullaby that we sing on Christmas Eve at our house.
Christmas is a fun time for our family. We do a lot of family traditions with the Bangeters and the Hills, and one that I remember with Cody and Heidi growing up is Christmas Eve. We would always get together on the Bangeter side and do the nativity and have a big dinner, and so that really stands out when I think about Christmas as one of our traditions, is just being with family and having Santa come and also talking about the nativity.
The Ibsen Christmas tradition is a very simple one. We go out and we purchase 5 gifts throughout the year that we think the kids would like. We've done it for a number of years, and then come Christmas Eve, each of them draw a number, and that's the order they get to pick the gift. It's wrapped up, they have no idea what's in it. One picks, and the next one can take from that person or take a gift. And it's just been something they've looked forward to all year long. It's really been a success in our home.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, in our family, the night before Christmas, the boys all get new pajamas. Dave gets little, fuzzy feet, and Chris gets the trapdoor. And then for Christmas, it's true. And in Christmas, Chris will get up at 2 o'clock if we let him, and Dave wants to sleep until 10 o'clock. So we have a big negotiation the night before Christmas. We get up at 7.
We've had a lot of memorable Christmases, but one of the things that we always do is we always get together as a family on Christmas Eve, and usually at my house, and we exchange gifts between our family members. Santa always comes on Christmas Day, and those presents get opened at Christmas morning.
We have lots of different Christmas traditions that we do. We're just going to tell you a few of them.
My dad always makes caramels for Christmas every year. Every year we get a new nativity set.
And we always read the Christmas story from the Bible on Christmas Eve, and generally we require the children to play some musical number.
We're the Hodgsons, and our Christmas traditions are just beginning in our family. A couple of things we do now is that we all get new pajamas on Christmas Eve to open up and wear, and we draw names for our extended family to give gifts, and we set up our Christmas tree the day after Thanksgiving.
Some of our Christmas traditions are
we do the 12 days of Christmas for someone.
New pajamas.
Christmas morning omelet.
New ornaments for all of us.
Making gingerbread houses at Grandma's. Go to a Christmas tree.
Here are some of our traditions.
I like going to my grandma's house. She wraps the food and puts it on the table. As we're unwrapping it, we have paper fights. I like going to Temple Square on Christmas Eve to see the lights.
Then we go home and eat dinner by candlelight.
We wish you a
Merry Christmas.
One of our favorite family traditions is to go Christmas caroling from house to house. We did this in Hawaii in the warm weather, and we just loved doing that. We also love singing Christmas carols at home, and we especially love singing the Hawaiian Christmas carols.
So now we're going to plan out our Christmas. What have we got?
Okay, well, we've got Temple Square that we need to plan.
Square.
Then we have Liberty Park that we go to that they've opened up.
Desert Star. We've got to go to Desert Star.
While we're out, let's go to Christmas Tree Street like we always go to.
Oh, absolutely. We'll do that on the 16th when we see the lights.
Okay, we have that traditional meal on the 24th.
Honey roasted ham.
Honey roasted ham. And we also have trifle. That it's the only time of the year that we have trifle for dessert. As we set our table, we have a red plate that we always set out for the Savior.
Sapphira, what do we do Christmas Eve, usually?
Well, we act out the nativity.
And so one of the things that we do is trying to decide who's going to do what during the nativity. So Zachariah, who are you going to be?
I'm gonna be a donkey.
Oh, you'll be the donkey. Okay. How about you, Rebecca?
I'm gonna be an angel.
An angel. How about you, Sapphira?
Mary.
What should mommy be?
A shepherd.
You're a shepherd. Lazarus, who are you going to be for the nativity? Lazarus.
Can you say wise man?
Wise man.
All right. So that's one of the things you do. Oh, and kids, what do we usually eat on Christmas morning?
Sticky buns.
And then we read this story before we're allowed to open up Christmas presents.
Okay, one of our family traditions is we gather items and put them in baskets, and we take them up to the hospital for people who are in the waiting rooms with families that are in the hospitals. Okay, the reason I'm here by myself is Bishop Salmon and Weston are in Nebraska pheasant hunting. That's their tradition that they do every Thanksgiving. They leave the night after Thanksgiving and go hunting. So that's
Maligayang Pasko. Hi, we're the Campbells, and my wife Rose is from the Philippines, and she would like to share with you her tradition.
Okay, our Christmas in the Philippines, September, we actually starting celebrate the Christmas, and September to December. The midnight before Christmas, usually people get up like midnight, and then they eat Filipino food. Christmas Day, they wake up early in the morning and they go to Ninong, and they go to their grandmas to say Maligayang Pasko.
Our Christmas tree is filled with Christmas ornaments from our vacations.
On December 1st, we start an advent calendar and we all get a piece of candy every night.
Every Christmas Eve, we are surprised by a new pair of pajamas.
Throughout the Christmas season, we do different ways telling the Christmas story.
We order Chinese food every Christmas.
Every year we have the family get together, but because our grandchildren are either growing up and we've got great-grandchildren coming up, that it's kind of gotten smaller and then it gets bigger. But we call it kind of the mangy manger scene, but it's really fun. But the main focus that we have at the end, which is always a tradition, is we have piñatas.
One of our biggest family traditions, though, is on Christmas Eve we have a huge Christmas dinner, and we usually will invite some family members over too to celebrate with us, and then the kids get to choose one present that they want to open, and that's kind of the big discussion all of December is what present they're going to open on Christmas Eve.
We have two Christmas traditions that our family does. One of them is on Christmas Eve. We always go to Logan, the Brogue families, and have a big Christmas party. And the other one is every year we get one new ornament for our Christmas tree from my mother. So our tree is complete mixed up ornaments, but each ornament means something special to the children, and so that's what our Christmas tree's made of.
For our little kids, we love to do paper snowflakes and paper chains because kids are always asking, when is Christmas? So they get to count down with a paper chain. That's always fun. And they're not always asking, when is Christmas? Usually the weekend after Thanksgiving, we turn on Christmas music and decorate our house. That's what we like to do.
Merry Christmas!